I mean, he's not blinded, but he can't see us, so... I mean, that's a plus in my book. Okay. You need to go, bro. Good. Good. Nice. See, you can see shit. That's fine. Probably should have taken a pot, but whatever. Good, good, good. Walk that way. Too far, eh? What about now? Not too far.
Into the fray once more.
Are you serious? Everybody else can see except him. Is he blinded? Oh, because he's blinded, maybe. Maybe. It's possible. I'm not sure. But it is possible that's the case.
Stop obstruct.
Good, good, good. Save. Save your points. You seriously? You didn't do anything? You'll not ask me twice. Oh man, Jesus! Hey,
This entire realm is
Rico, what's up, man?
if you ask me.
It's similar and very different. Okay, so the combat system is very different. That's the main thing. Everything else is pretty much the same. They tweaked the crafting a bit, so it's better in 2. But the combat is very different. It's turn-based, but in the first game there's no like physical armor and magical armor. The first game functions more like a typical RPG would, where like you just equip armor to higher your stat. There's like a calculation done in the background, and you just take less damage if you have more armor. There's no like depleting an enemy's physical or magical armor to start, inflicting debuffs as well. You can inflict debuffs like right away. It's based on another stat, which is which are these. I think it's like it must be one of these, but also these, willpower and bodybuilding specifically. So now it makes the game a little bit easier, I think, compared to 2. Because 2, you have to like deplete the character's armor first before you start like burning him or stunning him or whatever. Like this one, you can stun right away if your character is strong enough and the enemy has low enough chances to be stunned. But yeah, I would say it's first game is easier, second game is a lot harder. And also you don't have the flexibility of your crew. So your crew, you start a game, instead of starting the game with 1 character, you start a game with 2. So you get to customize these 2 characters. Every other character that's in the game that's like a scripted NPC is not a blank slate like in 2, where you can just like mold them into whatever you want. They start with some skills and some stuff already in place. Now you can decide to go ahead and just like not do that and then forge them into something else, but they will be at a disadvantage because they already have some leveling done in one specific area. So if you want to go into a separate, like a different area with them, it's going to be harder and longer to do so. And in the end, you'll end up with a character that's a bit subpar. You can hire other characters that I think are more like molded into whatever you want later on. Like there's an NPC you can talk to, but I've never done it. I stuck with these. Essentially, what I did is I looked it up online first, what the companions, like what their builds were, and so I knew that she was going to be like a two-handed warrior. Now you can make her into a tank if you want, but she already starts with like a two-handed weapon and two-handed, like she gets at one point into two-handed. So I left her as like, she's still my tank technically, but she's not like sword and shield. So I knew I was going to pick her, and I knew I was going to pick him because he's a healer. So I knew I would grab these two, and I decided on my other two characters. Like as I was building them, I decided what I wanted in the group, because I knew I would not need a healer because I already had one, and I didn't need a tank because I already had one. But technically, you could just do whatever you want. You could. There's two other NPCs you can grab. One of them is a rogue. And the other one is like a ranger, like I am. So I knew I wouldn't pick the ranger, so that's why I decided to make myself a ranger. And I knew that some of the areas of magic, namely pyro and the earth magic, which I forget the name, those two were not going to be held by anybody else. So I grabbed them on a mage. And myself, I gave myself as a secondary, I gave myself witchcraft because I knew I didn't have anybody with witchcraft. I'm still missing an area. Like technically, like all these, nobody has scoundrel. I could give it to her because she's only been focusing on one single skill set, which is man at arms. So I could give her scoundrel, but so far it's been going well. Maybe later on I'll give her scoundrel so she has like a little bit more stuff to do, but so far it's been going great that way. Also, I'm playing on the hardest difficulty level, and I've been having a blast, but also it hasn't been really that hard. Like, not too many times I had to reload a fight. Now, if you see my death counter to the right of the screen, it says 31. I did die 31 times, but it wasn't like frustrating deaths 31 times, like begging myself against a wall, against a boss that I can't beat. It was more like a accumulation of me opening chests and exploding because it was a trap that I didn't see and stuff like that. Like over a long period of time, I ended up with 31 deaths, but they're not like frustrating. Like one fight took me 10 deaths to beat or something. Like that wasn't the case. But yeah, I would say if you like the sequel, you'll probably like this one. But keep in mind, the story of this one is not necessarily tied to the first one. They're like a 1,000-year gap between the two, and this one has a very it's more like humoristic. It's not really super serious, and apparently it doesn't really tie into much of anything. It was more like a proof of concept, this game, and then what they did with the sequel is they actually did what they wanted to do, which was like a story heavy game with a bunch of stuff in it. And like probably if there's ever a Divinity 3, I'm assuming it's going to tie a lot more into 2 than it did into 1. I feel like 1 was literally just like, let's try and see if we can make like a super cool RPG first, and then we'll see. But yeah, I'd say play it. You'll see. It's fairly cheap nowadays. It's not too expensive, and it's still a lot of fun. If you like Divinity, you're gonna love this. It's a lot of fun. What do I want to do? Oh yeah, level up. Okay, so for her, she does need intelligence. Yeah, that's gonna be useful if I do put in points in intelligence. Speed. She's got enough speed. We're never in a situation where like we're running out of points in fights, where like it's becoming a problem. Perception, nah. And she doesn't really need those two. Yeah, intelligence it is. Yeah. Got 3 points, which is not enough for Geo or Pyro. Oh, Geomancer was the name I was searching for earlier. Could give her a point in ones eventually. Because I'm using ones a lot. I feel like ones... Like points in ones I feel like are going to be useful because I'm using them a lot. Also, I could just wait next level. I'm going to get 6 points. Which means then I could get... one of my other skills up. Geo or Pyro would be at 5. Probably more useful than weapons. As far as this goes, I don't remember what I wanted to do here. Nah. None of these. She needs weatherproof. Would be nice. The other thing she could grab is the Pyro one, right? And the Pyro one is Demon, I think. Yeah, it makes me fire resistance, but I take more damage from water. It's tough, man. It's hard because water stuff is like ice and also lightning. No, lightning is air. So it's just ice. But we're heading into Iberia, which I feel like is going to be a lot of ice there. I feel like I should wait, maybe. Because I don't know what to give her. Except from, like, Courageous. Could be useful, so that she doesn't run away like a headless chicken whenever she's feared. But also, Fear ends up being in Willpower, isn't it? She's already, yeah, she's got like a pretty high amount in willpower too. Like, she's not like that big of a deal. I feel like I don't know what I'm gonna pick here. And since I don't know, I mean, I guess Magician. Or Stench. But I mean, it's never been an issue where like enemies would go to me to try and attack me melee range. That almost never happens. Like, I'm always targeted by range attacks because I'm always in the back anyway. What are these? Knockdown, burning, frozen, bleeding. They're lowered by 1 turn. Maybe walk it off. Could be useful. Right? Because all the other ones... I mean, Combat Kit would be great. But it's a situation where... I would need 5 willpower, which we're not there yet. Yeah, honestly, I think that's what we're gonna pick. Like, walk it off seems like a good plan. Like, in general, for, like, anybody. Okay, you. I want you to need... Because you need more speed, I think. Because she starts the fight pretty far down the line. Or maybe I just give her more strength. That's tough, man. I don't know what to pick. Okay, okay. Man at arms for sure. Boom. That one's capped off now. So that means I'm going to get 6 Novice, 4 Adept, and 2 Master. Boom. Done. Done and done. So I won't need to put points in there anymore. For a while. I feel like she always attacks last. She's always last. Oh man, I don't know. Because strength is so good for her. Like, it's really good. I don't feel like I need vitality. Like, I got 700 right now. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I'm not gonna die. I barely die ever. Let's give her strength. That's fine. You need to have intelligence, probably. Although, I mean, we've been doing well without having the need to have more speed or perception. All the movement speeds, he does move a lot slower than most people in my party. Let's go intelligence, whatever. 3 points. We're going to keep our points because I want you to be able to get Aero or an Hydro next time. For me... it's weird, but I need more perception. Yeah. Okay, I got 5. So I can go expert marksman. Boom. And then I get access to the expert marksman one, which is Elemental Ranger. Boom. Yep. Yep. Boom. Haha. Okay. That was a tough fight, dude. This was a really tough fight. That was a lot of money, though. Like, about 1,500 on the ground. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. Okay. How much money do we have, man? 12K, dude. That is crazy. That we got all the way to 12K. We did do what was up there. We did do this. Okay, now what I wanted to do is teleport actually to the Abraham Cave. right? Because this brings me back to before the trap. Wasn't it? What's the trap? Oh, yeah, it's that way. Yeah. Okay, sure. So now we can go this way and open that chest if I haven't already. I might have already, I'm not sure. Right. Okay, so this path up there loops around and comes back down. A bunch of penny bun. This should be useful. Make health pots. Oh, also, speaking of health pots, I need to give... Split in like half. Give those to you. Okay. Have to be like super careful here. Another maintenance diary? Like, really? Another one?
Warm as dragon's breath.
Okay. A lever. Read. Access to King Boreas' personal wishing well is now limited to scheduled visitors. Only authorized parties of at least 2 will be granted safe passage. The ancient relic he asked us to hide is now also located near the well, and additional security measures have been added. Again, a single individual can in no way unlock its containers, which should limit risks of theft. Okay, so that's good, because the wishing well is one of the side quests that we have. Save. Okay, I'm assuming as soon as I flip this switch or open this chest, something bad's gonna happen.
Yes. You'll make it after all. You're here.
Okay. Is there anything down there?
Well.
Well, yes,
what's
there
this
is.
I've spotted.
Yes, there is. Oh, a key. A tiny golden key. What if it opens like a chest on there? I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. We'll hold off on that because first I gotta go to the bathroom, but also because there's I'm gonna open that chest or rather open that thing with my party split, and I'll have only the tank stand in the middle. I'll have like the rest of the group here. So yeah, be right back, guys. Won't be too long.